History is filled with gaps, gaps that mainstream historians would rather leave untouched. But the truth is, those gaps are where the real story of ancient civilizations lies. For centuries, we've been fed a version of history that leaves out the most shocking details. From lost cities to forbidden technologies, the secrets of the ancient world are being buried right in front of us. But the question is, why are they so eager to keep us in the dark? Hidden beneath ancient ruins, there's evidence that could rewrite everything we know about our past. In this video, we're going to expose the buried truths they don't want you to know. You'll learn how deep the cover-up really goes. We'll peel back the layers and uncover the forbidden truths they never wanted us to discover. For centuries, historians, archaeologists, and scholars have painted a picture of ancient civilizations, one where early humans were primitive, barely scraping by, learning how to use fire and the wheel. But what if that story isn't just incomplete? What if it's a carefully constructed version of history, designed to keep us from understanding the true power and potential of these lost civilizations? Think about it. All around the world, there are ruins, artifacts, and mysterious structures that defy explanation. The Great Pyramids of Egypt. How did ancient Egyptians build them with such precision, using technology that was far less advanced than what we have today? The Sphinx, which might just be much older than mainstream archaeology suggests. In South America, Machu Picchu sits atop the Andes, a city so perfectly engineered that we still can't fully comprehend its construction techniques. These are just the examples we know about, but there are countless other unexplained ruins, buried cities, and artifacts waiting to be uncovered. Now, here's the kicker. Most of these mysteries aren't being told in the way they should be. Mainstream academia often dismisses or downplays the implications of these findings. Why? Some say it's because acknowledging these ancient technologies and knowledge would challenge the very foundation of modern history and science. What if these civilizations were far more advanced than we've been led to believe? What if they had technologies and wisdom that were wiped out, hidden, or deliberately ignored because they didn't fit into the accepted narrative of human progress? There are whispers that these secrets have been deliberately suppressed, kept from the public by those in power who have a vested interest in keeping us in the dark. Think about it. What happens if we discover that ancient civilizations had knowledge far beyond our own? It would force us to question everything we know about human history, our own origins, and our place in the world. It could change the way we view technology, power, and society. So, what's really going on here? Why does it feel like there's a massive cover-up surrounding the truth about ancient civilizations? Are we being kept from knowing the full story because it would shake the very foundations of modern culture? The evidence is there, hiding in plain sight, and it's up to us to dig beneath the surface to uncover what's been kept secret for so long. In this video, we're going to pull back the curtain on these mysteries and look at the real story that's been buried by those who want to control the narrative. We're going to explore the truths that ancient civilizations knew and see why they might be the key to unlocking the knowledge we're still missing today. Stay tuned. You won't believe what we're about to uncover. For centuries, we've been told the same story about the rise of human civilization, one that paints our ancestors as primitive beings, slowly but surely inching toward progress. But what if this version of history is nothing more than a convenient lie, designed to keep us in the dark about the real power and potential of ancient civilizations? The official narrative goes like this. Thousands of years ago, humans were living in caves, struggling to survive. Slowly, they figured out how to hunt, gather, and eventually build rudimentary tools. After a long and painstaking journey, humanity invented agriculture, constructed the first cities, and, eventually, developed writing and monumental architecture. It's a story of gradual development, where each new achievement was a natural progression from the last. But here's the problem with that story. The evidence doesn't match. It doesn't fit the neat, linear progression we've been taught. The Great Pyramids, for example. The Egyptians didn't just suddenly decide to build them one day. There's no recorded history of how such an immense, precise structure was constructed with the tools of the time. And yet, there they stand, built with technology and precision that we still can't replicate today. How is that possible? Let's look at another example. The Sphinx. We've been told it was carved around 2500 BC, but there's growing evidence that suggests it could be much older, possibly thousands of years older than the pyramids themselves. The weathering patterns on the stone suggest exposure to rain, which would only have happened in a much older climate, when the area was far wetter than it is today. This should have changed everything we know about the timeline of Egypt's ancient past, but mainstream historians ignore it or downplay its significance. Why? Then there's the unexplained mysteries of South America, the lost city of Tiwanaku in Bolivia and Machu Picchu in Peru. These structures aren't just marvels of engineering. They defy what we thought was possible at the time. The stones in Tiwanaku are cut and fit together with such precision that modern-day engineers and architects can't even figure out how the builders did it, let alone replicate it. And yet, mainstream scholars will tell you that these were just primitive civilizations figuring it out as they went. But the reality is far more complicated and far more fascinating. What if these ancient people weren't just stumbling through trial and error? What if they had access to lost knowledge, technology, and wisdom that has been deliberately erased from history? Could it be that we've been misled into thinking that our ancestors were less advanced than they truly were? The lies we've been told are far more than simple misunderstandings. They are deliberate omissions, meant to keep us from understanding the true scope of ancient human potential. And the deeper we dig, the more we'll uncover about the civilization we've forgotten. Now, let's talk about the evidence. The undeniable proof that ancient civilizations weren't as primitive as we've been led to believe. From lost cities that have baffled archaeologists to artifacts that suggest technology far beyond their time, there's a growing body of evidence that challenges everything we know about human history. Take the mysterious city of Atlantis, often dismissed as myth, yet countless explorers, archaeologists, and researchers have scoured the world for signs of this lost city. In recent years, some believe that the ruins of Atlantis may be hiding beneath the waters off the coast of the Bahamas, in the submerged Bimini Road. Could this be the first real evidence of a highly advanced civilization that existed long before the ancient cultures we know today? And it's not just Atlantis. Look at the ruins of the ancient city of Mohenjo-Daro in Pakistan, part of the Indus Valley civilization. The city was so advanced that it had indoor plumbing, well-planned streets, and a drainage system, centuries ahead of its time. But what's even more puzzling is the evidence of a mysterious, destructive force that seems to have wiped out the city in a single, devastating event. Was it an ancient nuclear disaster, evidenced by the high radiation levels found in the area? Some researchers believe that the sudden and inexplicable destruction of Mohenjo-Daro could be linked to an advanced, forgotten technology. But why haven't we heard more about it? Then there's the mysterious artifacts that just don't add up. The Antikythera mechanism, an ancient analog computer discovered off the coast of Greece, is perhaps one of the most astonishing examples. This device, which dates back to 100 BC, was used to calculate astronomical positions and eclipses. Technology so sophisticated that it wasn't replicated again until the 14th century. How could a civilization so long ago possess such advanced knowledge of astronomy and mechanical engineering? These are just a few examples of the lost cities and advanced technologies that challenge the mainstream view of ancient history. What else is out there, waiting to be discovered? The evidence is all around us, hidden in plain sight, begging us to dig deeper and uncover the secrets of the past. Ancient artifacts are not just relics of the past. They are keys to unlocking knowledge that could rewrite history. But here's the catch. Many of these artifacts suggest a level of sophistication that mainstream history refuses to acknowledge. So why are these items so often dismissed, hidden, or explained away as mere curiosities? Could they be holding secrets so powerful that someone doesn't want us to understand their true significance? Take the Baghdad battery, for example. Found in modern-day Iraq, this 2,000-year-old clay jar with a copper cylinder inside is believed to have been an ancient form of a galvanic cell, capable of producing a small electrical charge. A device like this should have been impossible in the 1st century AD, yet it exists, and its purpose remains a mystery. Could ancient civilizations have harnessed electrical energy long before we thought possible? And if so, why has this knowledge disappeared? Then there's the Antikythera mechanism, a 2,000-year-old astronomical device discovered off the coast of Greece, often referred to as the world's first analog computer. This complex gear system was used to predict the positions of the stars and planets with extraordinary precision. But here's the twist. It wasn't replicated again until the Renaissance, nearly 1,500 years later. How could such an advanced piece of technology have existed in ancient Greece only to be lost to time? These artifacts, and many others, are not just ancient curios. They are evidence of lost knowledge, of technologies and understandings that were far ahead of their time. What if these artifacts were the remnants of a forgotten civilization, one that possessed a knowledge of science and engineering so advanced that it left us in the dark? The real story behind these objects might just be the hidden truth about humanity's past, one that we are only beginning to uncover. Just look at the discoveries we're still making today. Hidden chambers beneath the Sphinx, new pyramids being found in Egypt, and strange patterns in the Amazon rainforest. What else is still waiting to be uncovered? Why are these discoveries being brushed aside or quickly covered up? Are we on the brink of finding something so powerful that it could change everything we know about history? Let's not wait for someone to tell us what we can and can't know. The hidden truths are right in front of us, and it's time to dig deeper. After everything we've uncovered, one thing is clear. The ancient world was far more advanced than we've been told. The evidence, the lost cities, the incredible artifacts, and the technologies that shouldn't exist paints a picture of civilizations that possessed knowledge and skills that have been deliberately erased from our history. The shocking truth is that these ancient people didn't just stumble their way through the ages. They were guided by an understanding of science, engineering, and the cosmos that we're only beginning to grasp today. And the real kicker? Much of this knowledge was intentionally suppressed, hidden by those who fear what we might learn if we unlock the full story of our past. Could it be that ancient civilizations were the keepers of a forgotten wisdom, passed down through the ages, only to be lost after a global catastrophe? What if the ancient knowledge we've been denied holds the key to understanding the mysteries of the universe, unlocking the secrets of energy, space, and time? The truth is out there, right beneath our feet, buried in the ruins of ancient cities and hidden in the artifacts of civilizations long gone. And the real question is, are we ready to dig deeper and uncover it? Let me know what you think in the comments below. What hidden truths do you think are out there waiting to be uncovered? If you're fascinated by these ancient mysteries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more shocking discoveries. We've only just scratched the surface.